Hello, everybody. This is HelloGreenEyes, and we just found out what happened to Lewis, which was really fucked up, by the way. And I was trying to broadcast this a minute ago, and it just cut me off, which I hate when it does that shit. But basically, now we're, I guess, on our way for Dawn and Edie. They're the last two. So, and there was a text thing that came up before my recording stopped, so on the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Yeah, because she partially blamed Edie for what happened.
I wish we'd stayed.
Oh, bubble wrap. All the stuff we packed.
But I understand why we left.
Because there was only me and Mom left.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
She didn't even pack. She packed it and didn't even take it. To teach, to learn. She wrote a book. A religious book. Interesting. Oh, my dad worked in disaster relief. Maybe that's what killed him.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I think Edie was like in a room I'd seen already, but I've missed it.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Okay. So, did I miss Edie when I was in that room? Because this feels like the end.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So, Grandma didn't want to leave. Wish it wasn't so fucking dark in here.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
This is the present she left me in the hallway. Can I go in? There we go.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
She's right, the curse seems to follow them anyway. Maybe the house makes it worse, but...
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
My children are dead because of your stories.
We'll have
So
the
she does
nursing
blame
home
her.
send a van for you. And
History of the Finches by Edith Finch. So she did write the stories of everyone.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh wow.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Yeah, I guess... Because of the low tide, you could see the entire house, which I guess never happened again. That is a really low tide, Jesus.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Wow, she went out to the house. She could have
When
died.
the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Aww. I like her
Or
grandma.
maybe I came back to them.
I like her grandma.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
That's fucking
The
sad.
next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
She died
After
when we
that,
left
we
the
moved around a
house.
lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Whee!
A few years went by.
And I want to know the rest of Edie's story.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Oh. I'm the only one left.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Wow.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Why?
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
She died in childbirth. Holy shit.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Holy shit. That's why the game's called What Remains of Edith Finch. Whew. I never got Dawn and Edie's stories in the journal either. Wow. I always play these really emotional games, and you go through as her the entire game and she doesn't even live to see the end of it. Trophy earned, everything ends. How appropriate. But yeah, like, I don't know what made them so cursed. Like, they never really went into that. And I wish I had seen more of the story of what happened to Edie when she went to the old house. You know? Things like that. Or maybe I'm not meant to know. But... because I can't imagine what the old house was like. If the new one was this crazy. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to live in a family that was cursed like that. Like, the few that lived to adulthood. Like, Edie was the rare one. Thanks to Johann Trophy. The audio and unlockables programmer. Oh, because he does the unlockables, he does the achievements too, so he did an achievement for himself. I admit that's clever. But... and this, oh, the thing with the baby in the bathtub, ugh, it's heartbreaking. all of them are heartbreaking, and it's a really well written story. And now that son is cursed too. But even the credits, the way they're done, are beautiful. I liked how they put childhood pictures of them all. It's a very nice touch. I try not to cry when I play these games, but it's really hard. But it was a beautiful game. I loved the way it played. It was a very unique style of gameplay and storytelling. And I am definitely far from disappointed. I feel sad that I didn't get Dawn and Edie's things in the journal for some reason. But I don't know what's left, really. Oh, did I get them all? Oh, I did. Oh, good. The replay a story option is now available. So I could go back through and replay the individual people's stories if I wanted to. But I won't, because they're all freaking sad. The only way I could think of wanting to replay someone's story is to replay Edie's and see... Maybe it'll let me go back into the old house, but I doubt it. Ah, it's tied to Dawn's story, so yeah, it's just gonna be that same shit again. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for checking this out with me today. I really liked the way this turned out, and I hope you did too. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.